Bro, that's full tight security. Even for us. Gonna be hectic.
I like to help, fam, but now I just caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Oof, took a wrong turn somewhere. Oh. All right.
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
And Cass is launching some new fucking project. Whatever it is, all of us are in big trouble. We have to do something, and this is all we got.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Send me their info, yeah?
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
Recruit an Albion wasteman.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
Control, patch me through to someone in a vehicle. Training, mate. No time to talk.
What's his story, Bags?
Looks like he's a marked man. Clan Kelly put a bounty on his head.
Why?
He's an underground bare-knuckle boxer, and he's more dangerous and bloodthirsty than a mosquito with malaria. He managed to take down a mob-backed favourite in his last match. Now they're sending out an enforcer to make sure he never wins again.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Your life. Or so those Kelly twats would like to think. Bags, locate that enforcer, will you?
Already done.
Please, help! No more, right? This for hours.
Global British.
Get the fuck out of here.
Please, no! I'll do what you say.
Get the hell out of here. You're only making it worse for when we're fighting.
You're listening listening to the bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors. This is the bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it less wrong this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000. 4,000 new jobs, thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over everything, because maybe this is a ray of hope for us in this darkened universe, that technology will in fact render us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involve human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And think of this, an automated Nigel Cass, surely a step up on the human Nigel Cass. You could even program it to have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you had an automated Prime Minister, you could program it to be occasionally in the goddamn country. So that's, again, it's a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister, Andy. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only times I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is it's when nothing happens.
I mean, it has reached the point where, and I've thought this for a long time, we would be better off if the Prime Minister was a watermelon. No, it would be, I think we'd all be happy with that. We'd all know where we stood.
You hear him being praised for his diplomatic skills all the time. It's the best.
This is bad.
Well, don't you have a feisty look about you? Don't worry, I'm not coming on to you. Unless, of course, you're into it.
Oh, I see. You're dead sick. I have something for you.
Keep talking.
My whole division just got fired. 300 people, just like that, boom. Said we were being replaced.
That's horrid.
I'm doing fine, but the whole thing was fucked up, you know? I did things with robots. Better if you don't know the details. The point is, there's no way they could replace all of us that fast. Not without funny business.
I take it you'd like DedSec to find out more about your replacement.
Exact. You help me, and I will help you. It's partners, like buddy movie. Who's flying that thing? Crazy drone.
Okay. God, every time I'm coming closer. Oh my.
Clear the fuck out of here.
Absolutely. If you can, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, honestly. It's not my fault if my muscles twitch. It's so gross when I'm working. Get to it.
That is all from the bug today. Fly away, bugs. We are done.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before moving here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over north London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom knows it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't foresee that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me, and it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The System Network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days.
The enforcer we're after is here, currently assaulting some other poor cunt that pissed off the Kellys. If you take them out, our boxer friend may live to fight another day. Target spotted.
Excessive force.
I don't like the look of him. Has a name on the house. Always keeps the curtains drawn. Goes in and out of his flat. Wears his leather gloves. Public say hello to him. Not. Bloody not. Either he's the most antisocial businessman in London, or he's a fucking hitman. This all?
Help me.
Best fish and chips.
That'd be my name, fam.
Hang on a sec. This is gonna...
Give up now, you know? You fuck!
Violence never solves anything. Now scarf her or they'll kill you for sure. Teammate is en route to hospital, where they'll be for the foreseeable future.
That's deep, fam. Let's finish their job then, yeah? Dead sex saving the fucking day. It's like we're proper heroes.
Don't break out the tiny party hats just yet. We might have bought our boxers some time, but once Clan Kelly finds out what happened, they'll almost certainly want revenge. I suggest you warn him.
On my way.
That's my cue to leave.
Actually, that's not British enough. Unless you can show, unarguably, that your direct bloodline is untainted by anything since before the Romans. Actually, scratch that. Unless your direct ancestor was personally responsible for building Stonehenge, get out of my country. I guess when you look at it, you know, the best way is to stop immigration, apart from, obviously, the end of the world, to make the place you want to stop people coming to as unpleasant as possible. So,
well, we absolutely are doing that, Andy.
Well, you know, fair play to the government for helping us with that. Another option, extend the White Cliffs of Dover. They've been resting on their laurels for too long. Very inefficient, it turns out, as a means of stopping immigration. We need to extend them by about another 11,000 miles, a full wrap around Great Britain, and they could do with being about 1.5 kilometres higher as well, with a special greasy coating to stop people clambering over the top or however they get in. Here's a quick joke for you, Alice. Did you hear the one about the woman who went into the immigration processing centre and was ever seen again?
No, Andy, I didn't hear that one.
Boom. Set up. Punchline. For those of you unfamiliar with it, the immigration processing centre is, of course, where so many of our guests to Britain go for a longer than desirable game of involuntary hide and seek. You are listening to The Bug. I will conclude by saying that of all the things wrong with Britain today, I think immigration is right up there, Alice. When you think of all the health professionals we've stolen from overseas over the years here in Britain, it's quite possible that all these people are just coming here to try to get an appointment with their local doctor.
Yes, Andy, certainly.
It still stings a bit. But I'm ready. Count me in.
That's the price of fighting for change, fam. Glad to have you back.
British way.
Speaking of international movement, Britain has recalled all European ambassadors after a spy scandal. I think this is probably a good thing, because British foreign politicians are always putting their foot in their mouths. How much worse can they do if they're not there? I mean, by definition, the fact that there's a spy scandal means that they were terrible spies. The point of spies is that there's never a spy scandal.
Yeah, but let's give credit to all the spies that haven't been in scandals and therefore might as well not exist.
Well, they've arrested those German spies in that SIRS crackdown on the illegals in Hackney. And I think that's a sad thing. I used to think of Germans as quite scary, but that was because I've been watching World War II movies where the Germans all have English accents. They speak in that very precise way. It's very, we have ways of making you talk. And now Germans all have that American accent where it's all like, oh, welcome to the party. We're having a really nice time.
Anyone have visual?
Much friendlier Germans. Let them stay.
Well, that's all today, Buxters. Remember, it's not as bad as it seems. Honestly. I hope. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Received. Returning to HQ. Over.
GBB drones. In the air and on location.
You can see the tailbacks here.
Because when you want the news...
The drones were able to follow the gunman.
Our drones have the news.
Viewers may find some of these images disturbing.
GBB drones. In the air and on the air, 24 hours a day. GBB. Know the news.
You might want to hurry. I'm detecting some Clan Kelly movement in the area.
Hey, no time to explain. You're in serious danger.
What do you mean?
Clan Kelly's fucking pissed you on your last bout. Cost them enough dosh, they want you murked. We already jacked the first pagan they sent, but trust, there's plenty more on the way.
Oh, they want to fight? I'll give them a fight.
Nah, fam, there's too many coming. You couldn't fight them all by yourself. Look, find somewhere to hide, alright? We'll keep them busy as long as we can.
Right. Whoever you are, thank you. I'll owe you for this.
Enemies incoming.
Shite. They're not here.
Changing clips.
Fuck.
You're having a laugh, ain't you?
Don't know about that.
You're dead!
Fuck is up with this vehicle? Lock it down.
Oh shit!
You're gonna get hurt now. Hey, get down!
That does it. Get somewhere safe so we can contact our fighter.
You okay?
I'm pissed off. Fucking Kellys think they own this city. Throwing their weight around and all. I'd like to teach them a lesson.
Hey, our squad always needs new blood. You in?
You kidding? Oh yeah.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food bags and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes into contact by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? The first stuff that stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when
We've been needing talent like you, cuz. Glad you joined the fight.
Bang in. Hype to expose the bastards in charge, yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Back off. Keep out of this.
No thanks.
damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technology used to save hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 66 hours. As soon as those walls went up, there was just no time to bring it into the country, and that is when people started dying. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there was some effort to try and stockpile some of the medicines. There was some things that could be done. For a lot of it, there was nothing that could be done. We had a major problem with drugs for schizophrenia. So we saw such an uptick in the kind of attacks I saw on the street and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health drugs, because those drugs simply couldn't be stockpiled. We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't in the UK. And the problem with the UK
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Investigating disturbance. Gatherings of more than 5 humans is a crime. Halt! Failure to comply will result in forceful intervention.
Seen you before?
Cease and desist, or you will be restrained. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Halt! Failure to comply will result in forceful intervention.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the barrack to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Fucking great.
Oh, sick. Good to have you, blood. That sick's gonna be unstoppable now.
Bang in. Hype to expose the bastards in charge, yeah?
Fucking banger.
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform.
I'd rather not have to kill you today.
Nice tech, dead sick.
Going to check their last position. Think I saw something. Have a look. Target's not here. There's only one way this ends.
You know what to do. Search the area.
Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
I give up. Let's regroup. Get all spare units to me.
You're in serious trouble now. Prepare yourself. Investigating.
You're not going to...
GBB. First on the scene. First to bring you the news.
Dispatch, deploying drone to apprehend the suspect.
Damn it, where did they go? Leaving.
Neutralizing hostile target. Engaging hostile target.
I've lost sight of them.
Neutralizing hostile target.
Finding cover! I'd rather not have to today.
Engaging hostile target. Engaging target.
With GBB news footage.
You're not going to escape. Don't make this harder on yourself.
Current threat level is severe. Heightened security measures are effective.
Getting to cover. This way.
Go on, have a look.
Reloading. I'm getting shot at.
Search the area. Check doors and corners. Go.
Eyes peeled. They're here.
I need...
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You seem to know scads about him, more than most.
Yeah, I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him. Pfft, he was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Out of their bloody minds. Just leave me alone, you understand?
Drones aren't great, but they're still an improvement.
Get off your off. Go on and live your life.
Nothing to report so far. This new project the director's presenting upstairs.
Queen Victoria kept these letters, written by her beloved and much mourned Albert, until her death in 1901. A full 40 years after his death. On loan from the Victoria and Albert Trust.
Director Cass takes care of his own. You know that.
Fair point.
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible from terrorist attacks. I believe he has ensured that every security measure has been properly taken so that we are all well protected. As he likes to say, there's nothing more valuable than our people's history.
That's quite admirable. Given that level of confidence, you saying this intends to
They're down boots before coming in. Like I haven't got enough to do. Dealing with construction.
If you're getting picked up for questioning, it's probably because you've done something to do I trust the machine?
Really? I don't trust mercs with trigger-happy fingers either.
I heard someone saying DedSec was back.
They better not be just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have money.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Fucking great.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
I've known this guy for 10 years.
are some parts of the city.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always an elephant that's been in the story, right?
Sure, but I thought we're taking care of them long ago.
You mean dead set? I've heard some talk on the street that they may be back in operation, but I'm not putting much stock in that.
I'm not sure. There's some rumblings over here. Signs that they may be back in circulation.
Well, if they are out there and stirring the pot, I'm heading direct.
Whatever these eggheads are working on, I haven't heard any details.
No one really has.
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
Show me.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company. But I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Fuck me. Almost makes you pity him. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. He's a dickhead. Can't believe that's who's supposed to be secure in London.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this thing doesn't work out... Doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.